Okay. So now I put to record, okay? As soon as possible, this conversation will be in the YouTube channel, okay? So guys, we start with the conversation. The question number one. What are some common healthy challenges that older person face as they age? Flávia, what's your opinion?
Some common health challenges that older person faces. Uh, I think is some of common problem that I have seen is um, diabetes and uh, dementia, and with the bones, I don't know of the name of this, osteoporosi. And I think depression is common in the older person. Health challenges. Health challenges. I think is making do do exercise every day is a challenge for them. Um, I think keeping moving or common. I think that's it. More the majority of health challenges.
Yeah, it's a challenge. Of course, I remember my grandmother have osteoporosis and have other disease too, by the bones. And she always said to me like it's horrible to do every exercise because the bones, I don't I never feel that, but my grandmother said to me, I heard my bones crack.
Mm,
It's horrible. Horrible. And I guess it's a challenge. Older person, for example, in my gym, have some older persons at my gym, and these persons feel a little bit uh it's a little bit complicated to do the all exercises and need the assistance, and sometimes don't have this assistance for these persons. So sorry for my dog.
I think back age or age back dor nas costas. I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
It's common too.
It's common too. Like I have, but I'm not too older, but I have too. So
Yeah, me
it's
too
like
sometimes.
I am 23 years old, but my back is 60 or more. I
Oh
don't
my God,
know.
no.
But it's cracked sometimes. And you, Katiana, what do you think about the question?
When I think about old persons, I think cancer. It's more common now because cancer it's related and it's so common because of the age. It's most common and cardiological problemas cardíacos, cardiological problems, and in I think now it's more common the old persons have mental problems like depression or or other kinds of mental problems after the pandemic, I think. Gabi, you're
I'm
mute.
muted. Sorry. But after the pandemic, like in the pandemic, I feel a lot of persons stay more at home. And I guess for older persons is more harder because as a younger person, you take the TV, you see something,
Yeah.
you read, yeah. But older person, I know some older person, uh, who like to talk, who like to stay with other persons. So I think it's complicated because a lot of these persons like to run in the streets to see persons, to talk, to get out with dogs too. So it's complicated. And about the cancer, nowadays I guess not so only older person, because I see persons at my age with cancer. Cancer we see it when you have 60 years old, 70 years old, and we have now with 30. So yeah, the habits, the population habits is horse and horse every day. The food, I guess, is different. We used to eat more raw food nowadays and food with more substance, industrializations, substance, I guess. And it's more harder to, to manage that. Nowadays, I have a lot of persons from my family who hate vegetables and fruits for no reason. The person only hate is a hater of vegetables. And yeah, but sometimes when you go to supermarket and you buy a fruit and a vegetable, it's not healthy. Some vegetables too have a lot of, I forgot the name.
Agrotóxico. I
Agrotoxic
don't remember agrotóxico in English, but
either. But I will try to see it on Google, and I put here on the chat. But yes, agrotóxicos have a lot. And Murilo,
Pesticide could be.
oh, what?
Agrotóxico, pesticide.
Pesticide, yeah, it's more sense. Yeah, more sense.
Recently, the people wanted to change the name, agrotóxico em
Mhm.
português, né? Agrotóxico para pesticida, because it sound like weird, né? Because the poison
Mhm.
is to kill the pests, né?
Yeah,
Not the
agro.
the
Yeah,
vegetable, né?
yeah. For me, it's not make sense. When you say pesticide, I think about, mosquitoes and something like that.
Yeah.
I, I don't know, but it's not so. I guess it's not so good than agrotóxico. It's have more power in this
I found the
word.
agrochemical too.
Agrochemical. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's good. I will put here on the chat too. Thank you, Ricardo.
one curiosity. Many pesticides. It's banido in the USA or in the Europe, and we use in Brazil a lot. It's so crazy. It's
Yeah,
so crazy. The Europe banned. I don't remember it.
Bennett.
Um, 2 decades ago, and Brazil continues use this kind of pesticides. My first graduate is agronomist engineer, and I work in this area for a long time, but I don't agree with many different kind of practical in this sector. It's crazy. It's totally crazy because it's so common. You have one part of your field, so uma parte do seu campo for consumers in Brazil, and
Yeah,
you put many kind of pesticides. And when you export the other part for Europe or USA, you don't put pesticide. It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
it's unbelievable.
It's like you give a poison, veneno pro brasileiro, and you don't put a poison for USA or not of Europe. It's so
Exactly.
common when you export one fruit, for example, papaya for USA, and it's common the USA test this kind of fruit or vegetable or other things.
Mango too, I guess.
Mango
They-
too,
Bananas.
lemon, and other kind of passion fruit.
Passion
And if
fruit, yeah.
you detect the pesticide, o lote inteiro é incinerado.
Gosh.
Yes, because it's totally crazy. Because if you
It's a law.
think you're eating a pesticide every day, uma molécula bem pequenininha todo dia comendo.
Molecules.
Imagina isso no seu corpo.
Yeah. Like, of course, you have cancer. Some part of your
Yes.
yeah, it's unbelievable here. Have some laws in Brazil. It's against healthy because we have a lot of pesticides. A lot. Like in a banana, we have a pesticide. A banana. Like, why? But we have. And it's crazy because Katiana said everything. You need to kill your population, but the other population you give the better. Like, the population of Brazil is Brazilian, so you need to put the better for your population. I think like that, because if you don't take the better of your population, you don't have a government, a good government. But we're talking about Brazil, so yeah. And Murilo, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I totally agree, everyone. Yeah, the main cause it's about food. Yeah, and having anxiety, depression, because foods are manufactured with so many chemicals. Yeah, and these chemicals cause so many diseases in our body. Yeah, having mental health. Yeah, and yeah, when I stay older, I think the many causes it's about physics, pain in my leg, in my arm, in my back, mainly my back. Sometimes I have pain in my back. Yeah, I try to keep my body sit well, but sometimes it's not possible. Yeah, it happens, nature. Yeah, I think that it's important to buy or good foods. Yeah, nowadays. That
Food nowadays, I guess, is an important thing we need to talk as we're talking about pesticides and so on. But I guess the habits of the persons, it's a good thing to talk to. The older persons is the habits of older persons. I don't know because nowadays I don't have more my grandmother, but I see the older persons take care more about what they eat and what did you do, like day by day, to work out and exercise. And the younger person, sometimes I feel a little bit confused because I have a lot of friends who is like that. At morning, I go to the gym, but at lunch, I eat a McDonald's.
oh no,
This happen at your mind,
not
like
less.
it's Sunday, you eat a McDonald's, and Monday you eat a McDonald's too. And I don't know what has happened, but the habits are so harsh and harsh.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Murilo.
I think walking it's enough. Yeah, for almost
Yes.
everyone. Yeah, walking in the morning when I wake up after.
You do that every day?
No, I running. No, every day, but 3 times per week. I try.
Okay.
On
I don't like
Monday,
to run.
Wednesday, and Friday. It's okay for me.
It's a good habit. Like you don't need to go every day to the gym and do that. You need to put your body to exercise.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm doing a surgery in my knee, 2 years ago, and I need is stay strong in my knee, yeah, or avoid another disease, another pain, and yeah,
I agree. I'm totally with you. Like it's totally different when you start to do something to exercise the body, whatever you want. It's totally different. You wake up more relaxed. You go to the bed more relaxed if you do exercise at night. I prefer to do at morning because it's something I don't need to do in the day during the day. So finish at the morning. But yeah, it's really good. The mind feel clean and you continue the life. And you, Ricardo, what's your position about question 1?
Well, uh, a lot. I have a lot of doubts about this topic because recently I watched an interview in a podcasting. It's called CVV and You, and the famous doctor Drauzio Valera was talking about circumstances like that. Uh, for example, I'm not sure if the old elderly people have more mental disease than younger people because it's not so common. Increased a lot lately, but it's not so common. The diagnosis in younger people, kids, particular kids, is the parents don't take your kids from two doctors, and it's but recently the number of the people, the young people, increased around 51%, and I believe that is not because of the occurred some recently thing that caused this problem. It's just diagnosis. So the parents take their kids from to doctor, and the doctor could diagnose this person. But well, the research is telling that the elderly people have more disease, but the number of the young people increase more than elderly people, and sometimes is so weird because it's more is that there is a course more associated to an individual than age. It sounds like B for me, not exactly. I'm not a doctor, and because there are a lot of different situations. Now, for example, the same person feel different situations and have different feelings. So there are a specific guy is more touchy for specific things. So I say touchy, I'm not sure. I'm not an expert, but sometimes is one of the elderly people, one of the people reach this age. Normally, uh, elderly people used to become more isolated and they don't do some activities, health activities. So in this case, could occurs this kind of disease is more frequently because of this attitude. I'm not sure, but it sounded like for me. That's it.
Yeah, I love Drauzio Varela, by the way. I like to watch the YouTube channel by Drauzio Varela because have a lot of informations. And it's terrible because have some disease. We like we get I don't know how to say that, but like don't have pills enough to support, don't have something to do. Like it's a older disease. You get older and older, and sometimes you have this disease. For example, Alzheimer. It's a disease. You have a healthy life your entire life. You are good with memories, everything. But someday you wake up without memories.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's true. Sometimes it's not related about your habits or how many exercise or what you eat. Sometimes it's related with your genetic. And
Yeah.
the life continue. No, like I said about my grandmother, I have that in my generation. All the women have a problem with the bones.
Yeah.
Probably I will have too. But I get the treatment.
Not exactly, né?
Not
Depends.
exactly.
Well, I believe
Of
that
course.
certainly someday any kind of person you have a problem
With bones.
if they're bones. But if you have a health and balanced life, it's better. And maybe
better, of
this
course.
finger cord much long time
Longer,
in the
yeah.
future. But
I agree. But because of that, I do treatment
yeah,
as a
Some
younger
diseases
person.
the 50% of the problems, the source is genetic. So in this case, there are other components like
Yes.
lifestyle,
Habits, yeah.
habits, and the food, but 50% is genetic.
It's
So
genetic. It's
yeah,
genetic. Unfortunately, but we have a lot of genetic problems. I have a lot. So I do the treatment as a younger person. And
yeah,
then when I start to feel older, the treatment works a little bit and I don't feel a lot of pain.
yeah,
cancer, I think cancer is one of the diseases that is hereditary.
Yeah. Some
The doctor always ask if we have some kind of cancer in our family. I think is one of the diseases that we can prevent. Right?
Yes, of course. Cancer is a other disease. We like sometimes it's about habits, but as Flavia said, 100%, like 90% is about genetic, unfortunately. But we're talking about it, and I have a question for Murilo. Murilo, question number 5. I skipped some, okay? What are the benefits of social engagement and staying connected of the mental and emotional healthy of older persons?
The benefits, for example, na group, when these people practice in a group, for example, every day or every week, yeah.
Like that.
Social engagement, yeah. Yeah, it's important. For example, my mom practices it every week, yeah. And her staying on a group for make VI, make travels. Yeah. And sometimes visit new places, yeah. I think this interaction it's very good for the people, yeah. And Yeah, make sure it's very important when people stay older, practice these things.
Yes. I like when I see a group of older person in a local laughing. It's so funny and it's so amazing to see. I see it, I guess, 2 days ago. I go to a bar, a club here in my city, and I see a lot of persons, girls, older women, so pretty, so good, and do a trip, a cruise for the next week. And I feel really, really amazing. I think like, oh gosh, I want to go too. Like, it's so amazing. Have a wine in her hands. You know, like I think it's so amazing and have a lot of benefits of that because a lot of persons think, oh, you're older, you need to stay at home, and a part of your family say, oh no, it's so older, don't like to talking about it. And I stayed close to these girls, and the girls start to talking about everything, about sex, about the life, about everything. I feel it's amazing. Like the mentality, it's not older, have a lot of talking about politics, about the persons who date. So it's amazing to see, the person, it's so healthy, so energized. And I feel it's really, really amazing to see it. Have a cruise in the next week. Did 4 girls, women, go to the cruise? I feel like, gosh, it's amazing. I want to get over there like that, and I guess this engagement it's good. I see a lot of older persons on Instagram too, do like as a blogueira, older blogueiras. I love it to see that. It's amazing. It's really amazing because, it's gap generation, I guess. Some persons from your age go through then age and so on. So it's amazing, amazing to see it. It share experience, a lot of experience. And my mother said, I'm a person who older person want to stay closer because I'm talk and I love to talk with older persons. So it's amazing. But I really agree with you. It's the mental health for this person sometimes is a little bit difficult because have a lot of children. The children's go stay the life and probably stay home alone with a dog or with a partner. So the life needs to continue because it's not because you are older you dead tomorrow. Like I have this position. But I want to go to the cruise with this woman. So amazing. And Katiana, what about you?
I think when you have friends and you are old, I think when you become an old person, you don't have the quantity of friends. You have a lot of friends and stay together, like you said, it's make your brain alive. Seu cérebro vivo, your feelings is more, I think you're more connected with a community. And when you have your friends, it's more. I listened one thing one time and I don't forget more. And when you are a young person, normally you don't have money and time for do the things. And when you are old person, when you become an old person, you have sometimes money, time, but you don't have sometimes friends and health. And I think when you have friends, community, and it's the life is more it's more levy, I think.
Yeah.
And I think I have this kind of thoughts because last year I stay in the middle of the hospital for 6 months with my father. My father have cancer. And now it's okay. But for me, it's a kind of experience because I understand more about the old persons, who the old persons thinking. It's totally different, and respect the feelings of the old persons. And it's so common when you are old person, you don't have friends or family together with you. It's so common. I see these things in the hospital every day, and I understand the many things, and I speak every time with my husband. I think the life is today, and I enjoy the little moments today, but the most part of the people don't have this kind of feelings because don't understand these things. I understand because I stay in the middle of the hospital and speak with the older persons, but in the past I don't have this kind of thoughts.
I passed like in 2018. My grandmother have a problem and need to stay at the hospital, and she died in the hospital because of the surgery. But like she wanted to do the surgery, so yeah. And I remember to have a lot of older persons in this situation, like don't have family, don't have friends, anyone visit. And I feel really, really sad because this person's in the same situation or worse than my grandmother. And I remember my grandmother stay all the day, and my cousin stay at the night, and my mom come to stay a little bit at the lunch. And I remember to see a lot of older persons cry. It's not cry because it's pain. It's cry because don't have anyone to support.
Yes,
It's
it's sad,
crazy.
no?
It's sad.
Yes, it's
Really
sad. It's very
sad.
sad.
And at the moment, in this sector, only have older persons in the same situation or worse, but the one floor have only persons with cancer. And in this section of cancer, it's more sad than that, because have a lot of older women and women in general who don't have anyone because the husbands put on the hospital and get away. Simple, get away.
Yes.
And older persons too, the family put and get away. Bye bye. Only pay it. So it's really sad when when you focus that, when you stay in this position, not to feel pain, but to support a person who feel pain, you see the reality of a hospital. The persons don't support
Yeah.
each other. And the nurses are like a superhero. Really, superhero.
Yeah.
Do
The
everything.
nurses, it's so cute
So
to know.
good.
The nurses, it's so special in the hospitals.
Yeah. I see a nurse cry when a woman, older woman, died because of this cancer. I see the nurse cry. Like you see a lot of humanity in this local. It's a dead local, be honest, because it's a hospital, but you see a lot of humanity of these persons too. So it's really beautiful and sad at the same moment. You feel these two feelings, but was crazy at the moment. And Ricardo, what's your thoughts about this discussion and the question?
Uh, I was watching a news about physical activity, and the guys correlated muscles in your legs and the incidência de demência. So the elderly people don't have much muscles in their legs, occurs more demency. I don't know if this is a word
Mhm.
from another's elderly people that practice a physical activity every day, for example. So in the particular, I hate any kind of physical activity. I I practice every day, 4 to 6 times by week on a week, but I hate it. And the particular musculação is because when do you reach some certain age, for example, some activities, I'm not sure how do you say, aeróbicas e anaeróbicas, né? So certain activities like run or others, aeróbicas, né? Atividades aeróbicas, that's health, that's good, but unfortunately or not, depends on the person, anaeróbicas, né? Like muscle or another activities são fundamentais, né? Unfortunately or not, né? So when you pass from 30 years old or something, and so it's necessary you search for some anaerobic activity. So in this case, unfortunately, is you have to do this activity. It's not possible to run. So and okay, you could continue practice sports like running or another, but it's necessary complement this activity with another activities like musculação. So this musculação, there are a lot of how do you say, advantages, because particularly in other people decrease a lot the number of the falls, the mental problems, and a lot of different situations. And the other sports, that's okay, it's healthy too, but not so good as musculação. That's it.
I agree with you, Ricardo. My doctor said these things for me last month.
Yeah.
I hate the go to the gym. I hate a
Yeah.
lot. I go to the gym with o coração cheio de ódio, mas eu vou.
Yeah.
Eu odeio. Eu gosto. I love running, I love swimming, but I hate to go to the gym. But my doctor said for me, you do everything you love in your life. And no, and I said no. And yes, it's similar with the go to the gym. Go to the gym. Don't love go to the gym, but go, because you need muscles when you become an old person.
And you grow muscles so faster.
Yeah.
You go at
Yeah.
the gym. But I do musculação and I do Muay Thai. And it's so different. It's so different.
Yeah.
It's really different. And I hate run. By the way, I hate run because I think everything pain I don't like. Oh gosh, I hate my hair. I don't understand, and my hair come to my face. Oh no, I hate. I simply hate. Being
Yeah.
really honest.
My doctor told me, but if you don't like musculação, okay, choose another sport. But I'm sorry, but I hate everyone. So in this case, not possible. Try
hate
to move it for
everyone.
another. Okay, I try. I do swimming in another sports. I hate everyone, and I am a how do you say? Eu sou um cara coerente. since I was a child, I hate any kind of sports and
The entire
continue
life.
hating. Yeah, it's not.
You continue. You are a person without hypocrisy. You you born
Yeah.
hater.
But
With
for the other hand, I continue practicing. So
okay, this is important. As Tatiana said, we do. We hate,
yeah,
but we do. It's important. It's like I always said to my mom, because my mom tried to understand English, to study English. And my mom said, I hate. But I said, everyone hate, but everyone knows the necessity. So the person do. A part of persons I know hate Spanish and English. Know the language, speak the language. Yes. Sometimes you need, you only need. It's like work. You don't like your work, but you need money. So work. Is a hater, but the money we need.
It's so important.
So important to eat and so on. So yeah. And Flavia, what about you?
I don't know, you are in the 5 or the 3
The
because
5, but the
Ricardo
discussion
answered the, I think, the number 2, regular
is number
physical
5.
activity. And number 5, né? Benefits of social engagement and staying connected. Okay. Yeah, I think it is important to elder people to stay connected for other people, like in the same age. If the others people is in the same age, I think it's better because they are in the same page with grandchildren and retired, and they can enjoy a lot, enjoy more the company of each other. And like you said, Gabi, I think they have more time to travel and get together and enjoy it a lot because they don't have a lot of problems like take care of children and take care of family because they are independent. More of them are independent, and I think they need to save money. We need to save money for enjoy our health, emotional, and when we will be elderly person. And I think for this, for enjoy our older or our age, and we need to take care of ourselves, like Ricardo said, make do exercise, go to the gym, work out, and works of our muscle. My grandmother no, my mother-in-law has exercise, I think, every day. My mom doesn't have exercise, and I always said to her, make exercise, doing exercise, because you need this. And oh my God, when she said, I don't have money for go to Pilates, for example, because Pilates is good for her bones and for her muscle. And oh my God, you have, I always said to her, I always say to her, you have money, but you don't want to waste money, but it's not to waste money.
Yeah.
It's investment in your health. I think
Return.
the other person needs this. Other person needs to investment in health and exercise and the things like this. But if I agree with you, Gabi, that in my future, I want to enjoy my old with the other person and with community that has the same mental health with me and the same physical health than me, and enjoy. We need to grow. We need to enjoy our age,
Yeah.
each
We need
age.
to enjoy. Yeah, we need to enjoy because, like, it's not because you're getting older. You didn't do the things you did when you were younger. Like, the life continue. The life
Yeah.
continue. You only get older with numbers. It's that. But your
Yeah.
mentality, it's a grow every. You can grow every day. You know, you don't need the numbers to
Yeah,
match that.
like you said, Gabi, my mother-in-law, her children said to her all day, you are old person, you can't do this, you can't travel, you can't go alone, walk alone. My God, I see this. Oh my God,
Like,
they stopped her.
yeah, you stop the life of the other person because you wanted to the person live forever. It's not. It's not. Like, keep the person living. You know, like it's complicated, really complicated. I remember a lot of things. My aunt have a cancer, and the doctor said have some months of life, and her sons never get candies for her. And I feel like the person have some months to live. The person love candies, but the candies of the hand of the person. The person will die in some months. Why you need to? Oh no, because if I do can't, the person die. But the person will die. The doctors that have 5 months for her. He died in 6. So 1 month more. And she ate candies because I gave to her. It's like, oh, because the person is dying.
Yeah.
I'm not a person. I'm not a mean person. The person is dying. Want to eat a candy or want to eat a fini, balafini. I give to her. It's something I support her.
Makes
And she lived.
her happy.
Yeah, die happy. You know,
Yeah.
it's a disease, but you die. So eat whatever you want to eat. But you're
Yeah, I
yeah.
totally agree with you.
Yeah, I agree totally. No, no. If you die, eat everything you want to eat. Go on. But guys, the time is over. Thank you for the time. I sent on the chat the link for the feedback. If you want to say something. And guys, I remember right now, some weeks ago, have some particularity in Brazil. Everyone lose the lights, and I
Yeah.
lose my light too, and they
Yeah,
disappear. So sorry for that because I can't